The LEAP Connect test is aligned to academic state standards and Louisiana connectors for students in kindergarten through 12th grade. What normally happens is students who are in either 4th grade or 8th grade will take ELA, math, and science. All other students in every other grade level will take ELA and math. And all of the content that will be found on the LEAP Connect test for ELA, math, and science for those 4th and 8th graders will come from state standards or those Louisiana connectors. And again, Louisiana connectors are the scaffold down standards that our state has put together, which says that our special education students still need to be learning the same material and still have the chance of being educated in the same way, but we're scaffolding down the material to a comprehension level where our students with profound disabilities can still understand and retain information. Students' results on the LEAP Connect can be used to shape instructional materials and acceleration throughout the next school year. Once we get those results back from LEAP Connect, we can know which students are mastering the academic standards and which ones are not. So we can use this data or this information to create an instructional plan. We can see which students need additional help. We can see which students maybe need a little bit more acceleration. We can see which students maybe need more one-on-one time to make sure that they are mastering the material. So all of this, just like any other summative assessment, we don't just give it for the fun of giving the summative assessment, but we give it so that way we can use the data to construct instructional plans that meet the needs of our students. We can use this data that we get back to make sure that we are reaching the student. As I said before, education is what sets up an individual for success later in life. And we as educators need to make sure that we are educating. So we can use this data and we can see what are our students learning or what are they not learning. We can see what do they need more help with. What are they not mastering? How can I work with these students in order for them to reach the mastery level, to reach the advanced level, to meet the goal and even exceed the goal? So, what is the LEAP Connect? The LEAP Connect is a summative, standardized assessment used to measure students' mastery of state academic standards and Louisiana connectors, primarily in ELA and math. There are other subjects, like I said, if you were in different grades, you will sometimes take the science test, but ELA and math are the primary two subjects that LEAP Connect will focus on. And we want to determine, as I said before, we want to determine where are our students? What level are they? Are they learning? Are they progressing to the best of their intellectual and cognitive ability? LEAP Connect is designed for students with profound disabilities, or students whose disabilities prohibit them from taking the normal LEAP assessment. The LEAP Connect assessment is not for students in regular education classes. They are not for students who have not met the criteria, who do not have the deviated standard criteria. So someone who is not in special education, who may be in a regular general education class, does not qualify to take LEAP Connect. Not all special education students qualify to take LEAP Connect. Only special education students who have met the criteria, who it has been established that have profound disabilities, meet the criteria for taking LEAP Connect test. So we want to make sure that we're giving this test to the right students, because this test may be too easy for people who are students who don't meet the criteria, and then we get false information. When we get those scores back, we don't get a true, accurate picture of what that student knows and what that student has learned or what that student needs to learn. So we want to make sure that we're giving it to the correct students. How are students tested? Well, in ELA, students are tested on reading and reading comprehension skills. Students are provided with a reduced length grade level text, including pictures and graphics and accompanying comprehension questions. On the next slide, we're going to look at a sample ELA question to see what it looks like. In math, students are presented with models, manipulatives, geometric shapes, and small numbers with accompanying questions that ask the student to compute basic math skills or basic math problems. In the second slide that we're going to look at a sample math problem. So that way you can see exactly how the students are tested. So in ELA, it's mainly reading and reading comprehension, but that can include the story and can also include pictures and graphics from the story. In math, they're asked to do some basic math problems, and that includes manipulatives, working with manipulatives, that includes working with small numbers, and that includes working with models for area, for some geometry questions. So let's look at a sample question. This is what an ELA sample question is. On this side, we have a story that includes graphics and pictures. This story is about Ben's present. So I'll just read you a little bit so you can understand. We are going to read a story about a boy named Ben. After we read, you will be asked a question about the theme. Listen to the message of the story. Ben wants a dog. He thinks about dogs every day. In the morning, he begs his mom for a dog. His mom says dogs are a lot of work. So we have that few sentences there, and then a picture of Ben and his mom thinking about a dog. All right, he tells his dad. Then he will be good if he gets a dog. Ben's dad says the dog costs a lot of money. So now we have a picture of Ben and his dad thinking about money. And then the last little bit here, it says Ben's parents ask him what he wants. Ben says he wants a dog. He says he will walk the dog, and he will feed the dog, he will play with the dog, and he will pay for the dog's food. So that's the story. And on the other side, we have questions. Ben shows his parents that he can take care of the dog, and he watches a neighbor's dog for a while. Now, the questions may be, what is the main theme of this story? And the pictures or options may be, Ben wants to go on a field trip to the museum. Ben wants his mother to buy him ice cream, or Ben wants his mother to buy him a dog. And the students have to pick the correct answer. So this is an example of what a math problem looks like. So it says this item is about fractions. This rectangle is divided into two equal parts. There is part 1 and part 2. One part is shaded, one part is not. And the question is, which circle also shows 1 out of 2? Or it could be 1 out of 3, or whatever the idea. So they're asking them to compare the graphics that they're looking at to find the similarity. So if the student qualifies for Leap Connect, they also have accommodations. We want to make sure that every student that qualifies for Leap Connect get the accommodation and modifications that are listed on their IEP. Highlighter tool, answers transferred, etc., whatever that may be. We want to make sure that whatever accommodations the IEP team has decided that they need, they also get on their standardized testing. Every student gets the accommodation for human read aloud and even text-to-speech. Some students do better hearing the test administrator read it to them. Some students do better with the headphones listening to the computer read it to them. Every student gets extended time. That's what's good about Leap Connect. While you're taking the test, the student has extended time. If they need a break, we can always pause the test, take a break, and after a few minutes come back to the test and start up where we left off. Even if we stop for the day in mid-session and come back the next day and start up again, that is possible. Every student gets sentence stems and writing prompts when it comes to the writing portion of the ELA test. Some students need extra help when it comes to coming up with ideas to write about. So, and this is my works cited page, and this is what I want to show you. There are some other resources out there that I want to recommend and point you to. Number one is Louisiana Believes, the Louisiana Department of Education. They are filled, this website, Louisiana Believes, is filled with information about the LEAP test and what the LEAP test is and how to administer the LEAP test and who qualifies. So the documents that I used for this presentation was accommodations for the LEAP Connect test, the parent guide to the LEAP Connect test, Louisiana connectors for the LEAP Connect test, and the LEAP Connect assessment guide. And all of these was found on Louisiana Believes. I hope that this presentation has answered some of your questions and has been informative, and you have learned more about LEAP Connect and the students who take it. Thank you for your time.